We welcome you to Georgetown High School. Game number 3 for the Georgetown Eagles of the Jack Frost tournament. Georgetown 1-1, and they're facing off against the Coppell Cowboys, who are 8-3 and are rolling so far this tourney. They've won their games by combined over 100 points. They beat Midway by 62. They won yesterday, I believe, against their other competition, I believe 57-89. Georgetown comes into the ball game 1-1 in the tournament. They won their first game against Midway in overtime, electric finish, and then earlier this morning at noon could not mount the comeback. They were down 14 in that fourth quarter, got it as close to 3, but ultimately the El Paso Hanks were just too much of a lead to overcome in that fourth, and El Paso hung on to win that game, dropping Georgetown to 1-6 on the season. And this is a tough matchup. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Coppell is an extremely talented basketball team. Georgetown has to be on their A-plus game from the opening tip to the finish if they want to have a chance to knock off the Coppell Cowboys. And for Coppell, you just kind of got to keep doing the things that you have been doing. They're averaging 73.8 points a game. I mean, they're absolutely electric. They're fast. They're physical. They can fly around. We've had the pleasure to watch some insane dunks from the athletes on this Coppell team so far in this tournament and their other games they've had so far yesterday and today. It should be a treat to watch, nonetheless. Both the games so far for Georgetown have been electric here at the Jack Frost tournament, and I expect nothing less of the third and final game here tonight for Georgetown. We will have one additional game tomorrow. Dates, times will still come on that. I believe that's dependent on the finish here in this game. That will determine when and where Georgetown plays tomorrow on Saturday. As soon as we figure that out, we will let you guys know. But it should be a fun one. Georgetown's got their work cut out for them. They're going to have to play well, but I think they know that. I think they know that this is going to be a challenge for them. This Coppell team is going to test them in every single way. And how will Georgetown respond after that tough loss last game, with a game that they had some advantages going into, that size advantage we like to talk about with Finn Sims in the starting lineup at 6'7". No one else on El Paso's team was that tall. Not as much of that advantage here tonight. Finn Sims will still be the tallest player on the court, but Coppell's got a whole bunch of guys who are athletic, who are long and lanky. They've got the 6'5" senior, number 11, Okai Oshionebo. They've got the 6'4" senior, number 12, Eric Motcher. They've got a 6'6" senior, Colin Griffith, number 15. They've got size as well, so Georgetown's going, really for the first time in this tournament, going to be matched up with a team who can play with that similar size that Georgetown has. Georgetown's going to have to be able to respond to that here in this game and against Coppell's speed and physicality, and try to really put the lid on this explosive Coppell offense. We'll take one final timeout and then bring it over to the PA announcer for the starting lineups of the third Jack Frost game. Don't go anywhere. Third final game of today will be brought to you right after this.
Georgetown Eagles. Now for tonight's team introductions. First, the visiting Coppell Cowboys. The Cowboys are coached by Ryan Murphy, and assistant coaches are Andy Wagner and Dominique Scales. Starting tonight for the Cowboys, 6'1" senior playing guard, wearing number 2, Isaiah Fleming. 5'11" junior playing guard, wearing number 4, Robert Watson III. 6'7" forward, number 15, Colin Griffin. 6'1" senior, playing guard, wearing number 10, Sebastian Pena. And lastly, a senior, 6'4" guard, wearing number 3, Sabu Saks. And now for your Georgetown Eagles. The Eagles are coached by David Canfield, Peter Stackman, Kyle Gandy, and Robert Abrams. The starting lineup for your Eagles. A senior, 5'11" guard, wearing number 2, Brady Askew. 6'7" senior, forward, wearing number 3, Finn Sims. Wearing number 5 at the wing position, senior, 6'4", Carter Jondal. 6' senior guard, wearing number 11, Nick Hansen. And lastly, at the post position, 6'5" senior, wearing number 55, Oliver Reeves.
So the same starting lineup for Georgetown as their previous game. Coppell's got their starting lineup established. So a little bit of a height discrepancy between the numbers they post, the numbers we've got. They have a tie in height between Colin Griffith at 6'7" and Finn Sims. They will do battle right here for the tip-off. And we are underway. Georgetown will control the opening tip and have first possession here in this one. Georgetown's got to find themselves hot early on the offensive end to try to get themselves an early momentum against such a tough opponent that they've got right now against Coppell. Askew to John Dell from the far corner. Getting inside of Hansen. Got it knocked away. As he went up, it is saved by Coppell on the turnover. They're going fast, trying to go all the way. Jump by Finn Sims, knocks it away. And Georgetown secures it for their first defensive stop. It's a good defense by Coppell to knock the ball out of Hansen, and then good defense by Finn Sims to strip the ball away from them and regain possession on the offensive end. Brady Askew now, working against Watson. Going inside, walled off well. That's a reset to John Dahl, then back to Hansen. Working against Isaiah Fleming. Trying to find somewhere to go, gets it down to Finn Sims. Working against Sabu Saks, number 3. Sims reverses back to Hansen in the corner. Drives baseline, cuts in between 2. Physical play there, no call. Oliver Reeves controls the ball, and he will be fouled. Looks like by number 4, Robert Watson III of Coppell. So it'll be an inbounds play for Georgetown. Looking to open up the scoring here in the third game of the Jack Frost tournament. Hansen considered to Finn Sims inside to Askew. Back out to Hansen. Look for 1 at a 3. Steps back, gets it backside to Finn Sims and throws it away. Good read there by Robert Watson. Coppell in transition, lays it up and in. Sebastian Pena all the way to the rack for the first bucket of the night. Coppell up 2-0. Georgetown still looking for their first score. Askew working against Watson. Trying to find some space. Picks up his dribble. Gets inside to John Dahl, he's guarded well by Pena. He drives inside, gets all the way out to Finn Sims, launches a 3, misses everything. Rebound by Coppell. They've got another fast break opportunity, 4-on-2. Number 15 goes up on. It goes up again, gets his miss again. And now it's stripped away by Hansen. Colin Griffith had some chances at the rim, couldn't convert any of them. Georgetown with another stop, still yet to score 2 minutes into the first quarter. Hansen will take it across half court. Still looking for their first basket. Hansen to John Dahl. Back outside of Finn Sims, gets a screen. Gets inside of Reeves, who's doubled. Finds Hansen open in the corner. Catches and fires. Cannot connect from 3. And Coppell once again on the move. Finds Pena streaking ahead. Inside, tough play by John Dahl. He will be fouled on the shot. That's gonna be free throws here for number 10, Sebastian Pena on the first foul for Carter John Dahl. 5:35 to go here in the first. First free throw on the way for Sebastian Pena, the 6'1" senior. Up and short. Not enough arc on the shot. First free throw is no good. Second free throw for Pena on the way. And he knocks that one down. So a 3-0 lead for Coppell early. Georgetown still yet to score as we approach 5.5 minutes here in the first. Hansen getting contested all the way by Fleming. Not making life easy for him. Hansen gets it to John Dull. Trying to find somewhere to go inside. Askew gets the catch the deflection. Reeves got good inside positioning, but lays up the floater short. And Reeves, once again now, all the way to the rack. Number 4, Robert Watson takes it all the way for the lay in transition. We talked about Coppell's speed. They will run it with ferocity. Right now, that transition offense really causing Georgetown some trouble on the defensive end. Coppell up 5-0 early. Nick Hansen crosses half court, working still against Fleming. Gets inside to Finn Sims, loses the basketball, and it's gathered up by Fleming out of bounds. So it'll remain Georgetown ball. Georgetown still have not found a way to get a decent looking shot off. The best shot they've got was Oliver Reeves' short floater that he left short. Still needing to find an early offensive rhythm. Inbounds play for John Dull. Gets inside to Askew. Askew's got to find somewhere to go, guarded by Watson. Spins it around, picks up his dribble inside to Sims, who lost the basketball. It's going to be another turnover. Coppell now all the way back. Is Watson on the other end. Cannot get it to go. Handled for a moment by Georgetown. Now Brady Askew rips away the pass. Robert Watson came away with it for a moment, threw it right to the hands of Brady Askew. Georgetown still looking for their first points as we approach halfway through the first. Finn Sims going to work inside, attacking on 2 Coppell defenders. Cannot get it to go. Offensive rebound, not able to be secured. Once again, Coppell moving in transition. Going fast, other side to Seabury Sox, who lays it up and in. And Georgetown wants a timeout. Coppell up 7-0 as we get close to 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout with them. Don't go anywhere. First quarter and the rest of the game will continue right after this. Out of that timeout, Georgetown's still looking for their first points. Coppell's really harming them in transition. That's where all of their points have come up to this point. Just fast break, using that speed, pushing the ball down the court before Georgetown's able to establish their defense. And they've got 7 as we approach midway through the first. We Finn Sims on the inbounds play. Hansen's double near the top. Might need some help. Hansen will get the ball. Coppell's not making life easy, though. He's going to be pressured by Fleming as Hansen accelerates past half court and now try to settle things down. Hansen pulls up from 3, gets some space, and it's going to be no good. And it will stay Georgetown basketball. They're going to have Georgetown's going to have a platoon swap here. Every single starter will come out for the second team. Under 4 minutes to go, still scoreless is Georgetown. So the entire second team comes into the game halfway through the first. Georgetown struggles in offense, still continuing, and particularly from the 3 ball. They've really struggled to find success there as Georgetown runs a pretty successful inbounds play, but Copeland Madre, his shot that goes up short. Once again, Coppell pushing in transition. Now they'll settle things down. Number 2 on the attack, Fleming, all the way up and in. Isaiah Fleming extends the lead to 9-0 for the Coppell Cowboys. 3:30 to go in the first. Georgetown still with a goose egg on the scoreboard. Mohis gets it outside to Madre. Still looking for their first bucket. Torres now working against Fleming. Goes inside a Knapp at the high post. Gets it to Hunsaker. Good close out there by Coppell. Tries to find some interior position. Can't. Outside of Madre. He's played well. And he's walled off by Isaiah Fleming. The defensive ferocity right now from Coppell is noticeable. Georgetown's just not able to get anyone available to have a good shot opportunity. Torres now looking to get inside of Madre. Almost throw that one away. Madre is able to recover for the moment, pass out to Torres. He goes inside, pass out to Mohiz, and they are still completely unable to get inside this Coppell defense. Madre now in the far wing, trying to reset the offense inside to Hunsaker. Now to Mohiz, the corner, trying to find somewhere to go. Picks up his dribble outside of Torres. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first. Georgetown still scoreless. He makes a move, gets inside of Madre. He lets it fly. Shot is too short, no good. A risky decision there by Coppell. He just kind of threw it away. Madre recovers. Torres smokes the lay. A golden opportunity to get on the board there. And Diego Torres can't convert with nobody around him. And it sails out of bounds. Georgetown will remain with possession, but that was a golden opportunity to get on the scoreboard, and they could not convert. Sometimes you're so open, you overthink it. Probably what Diego Torres just dealt with right there. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first. Mohiz now trying to set something up on the offensive end. Picks up his dribble. Got to find somewhere to go. Tries to get inside of Madre, losing the ball. Barely is able to secure it. Hunsaker now the inside, gets a step, goes all the way, and he will be fouled. So a free throw opportunity for Cohen Hunsaker to potentially get Georgetown on the board. With less than 2 minutes to go here in the first opportunity, real good opportunity for Georgetown to score and start digging into this Coppell lead. Hunsaker's first free throw up and no good. Rattles in and out. And we'll see a swap here for Coppell as they go to some of their bench players. Number 1, Jacob Anine. Number 11, Okai Oshionebo. Second free throw on the way, also no good. So Georgetown will remain with 0. Coppell now moving in transition. Finds number 20, O'Connor, open. Cannot connect from 3. Georgetown secures the board. Mohiz will take it across half court. Still desperate to find something to work on the offensive side. And Madre can't handle the pass. He'll lose the ball. And I think they're going to foul. They're going to call a foul on Copeland Madre. Potentially another fast break opportunity for Coppell. And that foul will prevent the fast break, but the turnover will stand. So Coppell back on the offensive end, trying to build this lead to double digits. Inside to Levy O'Reara, number 20. Outside to Crawford O'Connor, number 21. Back in the hands of O'Reara, back to O'Connor. Tries to find inside, a rifles, then a pass. Talk about some mustard on that throw. Inside to Oke Oshionebo. Couldn't handle it, goes out of bounds. Turnover for Georgetown now. Still needs to find something to go their way. And they throw away the inbounds play. It's well handled there by Coppell. Georgetown ends up recovering. Mohiz takes it all the way and then slows it down. He had a 5-on-4, still couldn't take advantage. Mohiz going all the way to the inside, and it's ripped away. Connell not going the other side there. I've got it in fast break. No look pass inside and one. Malachi Jackson takes it all the way. Coppell continues to harm this Georgetown Eagle defense in transition. An and one opportunity to make it a 12-0 ball game here as we close it on 1 minute to go in the first. Georgetown is scoreless through the first almost 7 minutes of the first quarter. Malachi Jackson and his chance to capitalize on the three-point play. Shot is on the way. I believe Black moved early, so they're going to wave off the free throw. Free throw went in, but it was no good on the early movement, and now Georgetown will have the inbounds. Got to find a way to break through this Georgetown pressure. Sam Lopez checks in for Georgetown. Madre now dealing with that Coppell zone. Back out to Torres. Got to get across half court, and he will to Mohiz, who tries to get into Lopez and throws it away. Another turnover. Coppell still flying fast. Georgetown does good to slow him down here. Now they've got to get reorganized in the defensive end. Under a minute to go, and we've got a travel for Coppell. 49 seconds to go. Georgetown has yet to score here in the first quarter. They get the defensive stop. They force the turnover on the travel. They've got to find a way to see a basketball go through the net here as we close in on 45 seconds. Torres crosses half court, working against Oshionebo. Inside of Mohiz in the corner. Back out to Madre. Madre with the spin move, gets a step. Open jumper is good. Copeland Madre finally gets Georgetown on the board with 30 seconds now. Coppell moving fast. Jackson going all the way against Madre, gets walled off. Now the far corner to the far side, inside to O'Connor. He'll drive inside, back out to O'Reara. Gets a step, back outside to Jackson. He drives in, tries to pass it off inside, and stolen away by Mohees. Back-to-back turnovers there for Coppell. And 10 seconds left for Georgetown. They have the opportunity to get the last shot if they could get it across half court, which they do. Mohees got 5 seconds to get up a shot. He will step back and just launch up a three. Misses everything. He still had some time on that jumper. He did not need to rush it to that extent. But that will take us to the end of the first quarter. 2 points for Georgetown on that first, 11 for Coppell. We'll be right back after this timeout. Georgetown with 2 points in that first quarter. Coppell with 11. Almost all of their damage has been done in transition, just pushing the ball down the court before Georgetown's defense gets a chance to set up. I expected to see some starters retake the floor to start the second. They won't. It'll still be that same unit that ended the first quarter on the floor for Georgetown as Coppell with the inbounds play. Coppell trying to reestablish that double-digit lead. Watson passes it outside to Fleming. Far court pass all the way to Pena. Inside now. Good passing. Now Georgetown with another rip. Mohees got an opportunity in transition if he wants it, and he'll throttle it down. Inside to Lopez. Lopez got a position, pass it up, gets it outside to Madre, back to Mohees, and they'll try to reset a more traditional offense. Lopez now inside to Madre. Under to Torres. Torres got a step, gets inside, good move, and gets rejected. He's got to go higher than that. Sibu Sox comes in and sends that one away. Now Coppell going all the way over. And they're going to call an offensive charge. Well done there by Wallace Knapp to set the charge, force another turnover. But it's all going to be for naught if Georgetown cannot buy a basket on the offensive end right now. Diego Torres working against Isaiah Fleming. Got to get it across half court and will. Inside of Mohees in the corner. He'll pull up from that side. Mid-range shot is short. Coppell now flying ahead. Good job hitting that pass by Fleming. He gets doubled. Passes it out to Sox, who has wide open three. It's going to be too easy on the offensive board by 15. Colin Griffith. He'll go up. Can't get it to go. Sam Lopez recovers the ball. Another stop for Georgetown's defense. Georgetown's defense has really not been the issue so far in this game. They just cannot score the basketball. 2 points in the first quarter. Still nothing yet here in the second. Torres to Madre. And he gets it stripped away. Robert Watson going in fast break and working against Mohees. They're going to call a travel. Mohees, excellent job defense, not fouling. A travel by Coppell, and they don't like it. They're going to call a timeout. Georgetown 2, Coppell 11 when we come back.
Royalty, put blame on me. Hate my trend. Word up OG, watch how you talking your tone. What I be on, you cannot make me a clone. You already know T versus T.
Georgetown still with that same unit out. We're still awaiting the return of the starting lineup with those two scorers, Nick Hansen and Finn Sims. Georgetown still has that same group out, the same group that's done really well on the defensive side, but has struggled on the offensive end. Madre splits 2 defenders. They've got to try to find a way to get some points on the board to capitalize on the defensive momentum they've got going for them. Torres now trying to get it set up. He gets walled off there by Fleming, now to Madre. Trying to find somewhere to go. Seaver socks on him. Madre gets doubled. Spin moves, try to get inside, losing control, and just flings it away. And that will go back to Coppell. You have to imagine at some point soon those scores are going to come back into the ball game, just with how good this defense is playing right now for Georgetown. As Coppell will cross half court. Closing in on 6 minutes to go here in the second. 15, quick fires a three. Colin Griffith is short. No good on the three ball. Copeland Madre with the board, and here comes the starting lineups to the scoring table. Mohees working against Isaiah Fleming. Now gets it to Madre. Slowing things down now. 5:45 left to go in the second. Gets to Mohees on the cut. Tries to make a extra pass. He probably had a lane there to score. He tries to make the extra pass. Ends up drawing a foul, and now the starting lineup will return to the floor for Georgetown. Defense has done their part. They've just got to find a way to get on the scoreboard. So Carter Johndall will have the inbounds play here. You wonder if coach has kind of drawn something up with the pseudo timeout. Almost throws that one away. Hansen had to go try to recover it and ends up back courting. And so it'll be a turnover immediately out of the starters' return to the ball game. Coppell now still has that chance to regain the double-digit lead, up by 9 currently. Instead of Fleming working against the zone. Good pass inside. Too easy for Colin Griffith. Georgetown just left him alone right by the rack. Back up to an 11-point lead for Coppell. Nick Hansen will take it across half court. Working against Fleming. Throws that one away. Tries to recover it, and he cannot do it. Another turnover. Coppell's back in transition where they excel. Robert Watson tried to make the extra pass there to the cutting Griffith. Griffith wasn't expecting it. Flies out of bounds, so another turnover there. Georgetown saved from that possession because Coppell had another golden opportunity to get back on the scoreboard. Askey's got to find somewhere to go. Gets it inside to Hansen. Fleming has continued to pressure the ball carrier for Georgetown the entire time. Hansen will cross half court, pick up his dribble. Gets inside to Finn Sims. Got a good lane. Puts up the floater. Cannot get it to go. Fight for it. Georgetown will maintain possession, but Georgetown has just struggled. They've gotten some decent shots at this point. They just can't get them to fall right now. And that is the big difference in this ball game. Defense has done their part. Offense has just been nowhere to be found. Inbounds to Sims outside to Askew. Try to get it to Hansen. It does. Hansen fires the three from the corner. Can't get it to go. Coppell with the board, and they'll push it now, trying to go fast. Isaiah Fleming out the corner. Open is O'Connor. He'll think about it and then pulls it back down. Now to the far side to Pena. Cross-court pass to Fleming. Working against Askew. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Pena. Tip. O'Connor tried to find a way. Tried to make a no-look pass to the cutting Seabury Sox and just threw it right behind him. It sails out of bounds. Another turnover. Georgetown has just been unable to capitalize on how well their defense is playing right now. This Coppell team is a team that averaged 73 points a game. They've got 13 midway through the second, and Georgetown has 2. As Nick Hansen goes flying around, picks up the dribble around the free throw line, fires Carter Johndall. He'll get walled off. Has to pass inside to Reeves. Good positioning. Gets the bucket. Gets the foul. A 3-point play chance there for Oliver Reeves. Great passing there. Set up that good look. Georgetown with a 3-point play chance. Oliver Reeves, one shot coming from the free throw line. The first really good offensive possession we've seen so far from Georgetown. Great passing. The cut from Johndall to set that up. And then Oliver Reeves with a chance to capitalize. One free throw on the way. No good. So Coppell will not have the 3-point play going against them. They'll, on the recovery, is Isaiah Fleming, and Carter Johndall just fouled him again. That's 2 already on Carter Johndall. Fouls that are just totally unnecessary. He's running in transition, and you've got your defense set up, so you're not stopping a fast break opportunity with that foul. And now we've got 2 on Johndall. Coppell goes back to work on their offensive end. Fleming, he'll pull up for a 3, and he'll get it to go. A 3-ball for Isaiah Fleming. Push the lead back up to 12 for Coppell. Hansen working up against O'Connor. He'll get it across half court. Drives all the way inside. Try to make a pass to Askew, who was read all the way by Pena. And this is going to be another fast break score for Malachi Jackson. A 14-point lead now for O'Connor. or O'Connor rather, is going to foul Askew on the inbounds play. As soon as he caught it, got his hands a little high, they call him for the foul. So now we'll get a substitution for Coppell. Number 5, Jack Taylor, comes in for O'Connor as Georgetown inbounds. Brady Askew will take it across half court. Still trying to set up that offense. Down by 14, 3:30 to go here in the second. Askew will pick it up at free throw line, get inside of Hansen. Good look there. A nice cut by Nick Hansen to get an easy bucket. Coppell now flying the other way. They like to go fast. Fleming will handle the ball, tries to rifle it inside and stripped away by Reeves. Another turnover for Georgetown. Askew now taking up against Jacob Anine. Askew spins, gets away, tries to pick up his dribble, gets outside of Reeves. He's got Jackson on him. Inside to Sims, good positioning, and the bucket. Finn Sims, back-to-back buckets now for Georgetown. Takes the lead down to just 10. Isaiah Fleming outside rather to Anine, back to Fleming. Thinks about a three, drives inside, right to the rack, cannot get it to go. John Dahl with the rebound. A big miss there. Fleming had a golden opportunity right at the rack, couldn't convert. Georgetown now with a chance to cut it back within a single-digit lead. As we cross 2:40, and Isaiah Fleming on the aggressive defense going to get fouled. That's his third foul here in the first quarter. I have to imagine they're going to want to sub him out. He's got multiple fouls, and now Georgetown will go to the free throw line in the bonus the rest of this quarter. Finn Sims with 2 shots here. A chance to cut the lead down to single digits. First free throw on the way is good. And Fleming will sit now for number 11, Oceanibo. Sims' second free throw on the way. Up and short. So just one for 2 from the line, but it now is just a 9-point lead for Coppell. Outside of Jackson. Trying to work on Finn Sims, gets doubled there, has to back it out, and now resets to Anine. Against Askew, now back out to Jackson. Taylor now with it at the G. Finds some space. Jacob Anine fires a 3. Short. Rebound there by Nick Hansen. 2:10 left to go here in the first. Georgetown a chance to continue to bite into this Coppell lead. Hansen with the ball, gets outside to John Dahl in the corner. Screen there from Reeves, outside back to Hansen. Gets it out now to Askew, working against Hamden Jr., number 23. Now John Dahl's got some space, fires a 3, and missed. Coppell now in transition. They like to go fast. They will go fast. Got on the inside, number 11, interior. Too easy for Oceanibo, the 6'5 senior. Right there by the basket. Back up to an 11-point lead. 1:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Georgetown trying to get to double figures. Askew had it poked away and recovered. Now working against Malachi Jackson. Hands it off to John Dahl. John Dahl gets bumped there by Jackson. They're going to call him on the foul. So it'll be free throws here for Carter John Dahl. A chance to cut this back to a single-digit lead and get Georgetown into double figures. 1:25 left to go in the second quarter. Two free throws to come. Free throw number 1 on the way. Rattles in and out. So no good for John Dahl on the first attempt. Shooting as a whole tonight has just been a nightmare for Georgetown. Second free throw on the way, and misses that one as well. So 0 for 2 from the line. Coppell now running in transition, going fast. Taylor gets walled off by Hunsaker. He'll have to reset it up to Anine. Closing in on 1 minute to go in the first quarter. A risky pass there. They're going to call a foul on Georgetown on the bump. This is going to be Finn Sims. So it's going to be another inbounds play for Coppell. 1:11 to go here in the first quarter. A game that if you were worried about Coppell's offense, Georgetown's defense has done their job, but Coppell's defense has just put a lid on this Georgetown Eagles offense the entire first half. They've yet to cross double figures. Coppell with the inbounds play, gets it inside to Jackson, goes with the layup, tries to go all the way outside with his left hand, lays it up short, rebound by Sims. Georgetown under 1 minute now here in the first half, trying to cut into this lead. Askew on the attack, gets out to Hansen, open for 3, takes it, lets it fly, and nails it. Nick Hansen for three, and now just an 8-point lead, 50 seconds to go. Coppell driving inside, kicks it out to Taylor, back inside to Anine. He lets his take, goes all the way inside, throws it away. Onebo couldn't handle the inside pass, another turnover, 38 seconds to go. Georgetown another chance to dig into this lead. Gets it to John Dahl, back inside to Finn Sims. Open for three, and good. Back-to-back threes for Georgetown. The lid might be coming off just a bit. 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Coppell with a 5-point lead. Jack Taylor working against Askew. Now pass out to Jackson, back to Taylor. Probably want the final shot here. Malachi Jackson back to Taylor, sagging off him. He's open for three and misses everything. Georgetown lackadaisical trying to attack their missed ball. Coppell's trying to save it, can't. And now 5 seconds to go. Georgetown's gonna have to try to get a last shot off. Loses control of the ball. Iorna Hamdom ripped it away and ultimately found himself with that last shot, but a quick flurry of threes finds Georgetown right back in this ball game, down 20 to 15 against the Coppell Cowboys. Halftime has arrived, 10-minute break. We'll bring it back around 3 to 4 minutes, break down that first half, set the stage for the second, and the conclusion to the final Jack Frost Day game of Friday. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got an exciting finish. If that flurry at the end was anything to go off of, coming up after this. Halftime from Georgetown High School. Coppell 20, Georgetown 15. I think there was a fear coming into this game with how well Coppell was playing. Georgetown coming off that tough loss in the noon slot, that Coppell would find a way to just kind of run away with this thing. And if that first half was anything to go off of, Georgetown has shown up ready to fight for this ball game. They were completely out of it offensively. They had 2 points out of the first quarter. I'll be that 2 points in the first quarter. Coppell and Madry had their only bucket. They were struggling to even get to double figures. They had 9 for the longest time till late in that second. But back-to-back threes by Finn Sims and Nick Hansen pushes the score to 15 and cuts the lead to just 5 for the Coppell Cowboys. Coppell's almost entire offense has been damage in transition. When they've had to settle into an offensive role, Georgetown's defense has caused a lot of problems, forced a lot of turnovers, forced some missed shots. If Georgetown can continue to force Coppell into the traditional offensive sets against their defense, right now, I like their odds to continue to match up well. They've got to continue to limit the transition opportunities because that's where Coppell excels. They're very fast, very athletic, tremendous in transition. On Georgetown's side of things, they've just got to find a way to get consistent scorers the basketball and have those shots go in. They've had some decent looks at this point in the game. A lot of them have just not fallen, and those type of looks are just shots you've got to knock down against a team this good. Finn Sims and Nick Hansen, obviously the load bearers as scorers. Sims has 6, Hansen has 5 in that first half. You gotta hope some other players can offer some contributions, maybe some timely three-point shots on some kickouts, some nice drives and run opportunities, the like, to try to take some pressure off Hansen and Sims. But at the end of the day, those are the 2 scoring leaders for this basketball team. Those are the guys that have to kind of carry the load, especially on a day where offense is at a premium like it is right now. Georgetown just down by 5. I think if you would talk to any Georgetown fan before the game and told them you will be down by 5 at halftime against Coppell, they would have loved to hear it. Just given how well Coppell's played Georgetown coming off that tough loss. I think a 5-point deficit for Georgetown to try to overcome in the second half is more than manageable, more than workable, and a lot better of a situation than a lot of other teams that Coppell has faced have found themselves in. Coppell 8-3 on the season, 2-0 so far in the tournament. A massive win earlier today by 62 over Waco Midway. Coming in with a 5-point lead against the Georgetown Eagles as we start the third quarter. Georgetown will have an opportunity to potentially make this a 1-possession game with a bucket. And it will be the starting group on the floor to start the third quarter. Looks like Finn Sims will have the inbounds play. Georgetown ended that first half with the momentum. Let's see if they can carry that over to the start of the third. The third quarter has been a struggle for them. In both the first 2 games, Georgetown was forced to take very quick timeouts because they ended up turning the ball over and letting the other team score quickly out of the halftime break. Let's see if they have any more success here tonight. Wide open in the middle is John Dahl. He thought about the shot too long. If he just went up, he would have scored it. He thought about it, gets it rejected. Now Coppell going the other way. Whoa, a dangerous collision there. Robert Watson pump fakes Finn Sims up into the air. Finn Sims lands down hard. But Carter John Dahl had a beautiful look. No one next to him. He just overthought it. He has to go up quick there. He knows people are closing down. You've got to beat them with speed inside. He tries to kind of go tricky with a little bit of hesitation, but everyone converged on him, and that shot gets rejected. Out of bounds, inbounds play rather, for Coppell now. Watson lets the 3 ball fly. Cannot get it to go. Hansen the long rebound. So back in the hands of Hansen, a chance to cut this to a 1-possession lead. Nick Hansen working against Fleming. Now I tried to ask you. Picks up his dribble, gets inside to Reeves with Fleming against him. Reeves trying to find Askew inside and does, in the elbow. Turns it around the free throw line. Gets it to Finn Sims, trying to work baseline. Tries to get the outwards pass. Is deflected by Fleming, out of bounds. Georgetown will maintain possession here. 7:01 to go here in the third. Still looking for the first points of the third quarter. John Dahl on the inbounds play. Gets it inside to Finn Sims, goes straight up with it, and cannot convert. A good opportunity for him. A lot of contact, no call. And now Coppell running the other way. Now they got to slow things down. Griffith now tries it on the take. Back out to Fleming. Watson had a chance, passes it up, gets it outside to Pena. Now back to Fleming and then back to Watson. Back to Pena in the far corner. His three ball is good. Three-pointer falls for Sebastian Pena. And now the lead goes back up to 8 points for Coppell. Askew gets across half court. Still looking for their first points of the third quarter. Askew finds Reeves here in the corner. Far pass to Finn Sims. It goes up and gets it. Drives inside and has it blocked but foul. Sox blocked it but fouled him on the take. It'll be 2 free throws for Finn Sims from the charity stripe. A good aggressive take there by Sims to just put his head down and drive up. He got contact. He ultimately had his shot blocked, but he gets the foul. He has the opportunity to nail 2 shots from the free throw line. First shot is up and short. Shooting as a whole continues to be an issue for Georgetown. Free throw, 3 points, even the regular layups have just been a struggle for the Eagles tonight. Second free throw on the way and good. So 1 for 2 from the line. A 7-point lead now for Coppell. Fleming takes it across half court, working against Hansen. Back outside to Griffith, back now to Fleming. Inside of Watson, it drives inside, finds a wide open Colin Griffith in the interior. Second time they've forgotten about him right by the rim, and they'd waste no time getting 2 points there. Some more pressure now from Coppell, making it difficult for Askew to cross half court. Askew now working against Sox, number 3. Coppell inside Hansen, the cutting Hansen. Nifty move to get to the rack. Left-handed finish is good. Now Coppell trying to move fast. Beat them in transition. Gets a foul on the floor. And Coach Canfield, making sure his team knows they've got to get back in transition. Coppell is too fast to be lackadaisical. They're going to test Coppell's going to test Georgetown's stamina here tonight with how often they just will be flying, running up and down the court. Inbounds play for Coppell. Fleming trying to find some space, passes it out to Watson, gets inside on Sims. Now finds a cutting Seabury Sox who slams it home. 2-hand flush for Coppell. Lead up to 9. Hansen takes it, 5:25 to go here in the third. Coppell's regained the momentum here so far. Hansen crosses half court against Fleming. Trying to drive inside, gets it outside to Reeves. Now finds Finn Sims working against Sox. Pulls up, tough jumper is good. Nice shot from Finn Sims, knocks that one down. Responds to 2-pointer of his own. Now Isaiah Fleming going fast. Matched up against Hansen. 1 into 3, pulls up, dangerous pass. Finn Sims got it in transition. Working against number 10, and he'll just try to lay it up and in. Nick Hansen comes up and saves the play. Make sure those 2 points go down. Points in transition there for Georgetown. Now just a 5-point lead for Coppell. Another risky pass, and they're gonna grab Hansen, I believe, on a foul. Hansen tried to jump that pass. Got very close to getting there, but they're gonna call him for his first foul of the ball game. And our inbounds play for Coppell. Lead back down to 5. 4:46 here to go in the third. Inbounds play, loses the possession. Brady Askew comes up away with it. Georgetown forces another turnover. Golden opportunity here to cut the lead to 1 possession. Hansen's got it in the corner, working against Colin Griffith, who's 6'7". Hansen trying to work his way around him. Picks up his dribble, gets it inside to John Dahl. Now in the corner is Finn Sims, who just pulls up for 3. Tough shot there. Now Coppell running in transition. Watson going all the way. Gets fouled by Brady Askew. A light foul there, but they've been calling that light all tournament long. And it'll be 2 shots here for Robert Watson III. 5'10" junior has 2 chances from the charity stripe to add to this 5-point lead. First shot is on the way and good. 4:20 left to go here in the third. Georgetown's maintained that edge. So up to this point, Coppell entered this quarter with a 5-point lead. These shots make it a 7-point lead for Coppell. Georgetown hanging around in there, not yet been able to make any progress, but they've not been able to make any progress, but they've not been washed away yet either. Hansen on the take, gets around him, and I think they got a foul called on number 15, Griffith. So it'll be an inbounds play for Georgetown. 4:12 left to go in the third. Coppell up by 7. John Dahl on the inbounds play. Gets it inside to Hansen, the far corner. Now back to Sims, working against Sox. Trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. Now it starts his dribble. Making his move. Gets out to Hansen. Nice floater. Good, great touch there by Nick Hansen. Lays it up right next to the rim. 5-point lead once again for Coppell. Fleming inside, tries the inside of Sox, who handles the ball well. Back outside of Fleming, open for 3. It's good. Big shot there by Isaiah Fleming to staunch the Georgetown. A bit of momentum they had found. Good passing there, finds the open man. Fleming makes him pay from downtown. Risky pass. Attack there by Fleming. He's going to get fouled on the jump. And Fleming has got multiple fouls, either 3 or 4 on him up to this point. And he has been a dynamic playmaker for Coppell so far in this game. Definitely is a guy Coppell does not want to lose. Askew gets jumped. He's got to pick up his dribble, loses the basketball, gives him a little bit of life as he crosses half court. Reeves now gets it to Hansen, who pulls up for 3. Rims in and out. Finn Sims almost tried to go with the putback a little bit too early. And now Coppell in transition. Fleming wants the three-pointer, now pass off to Sox outside of Jackson. A chance to build this lead for Coppell. Jackson throws it all the way across court. Fake pass inside. Now Jackson's got inside positioning. Back out to Fleming on the cut. Driving baseline right against Reeves. Great layup. Goes up and under right against Reeves. Spins around, lays it in. A 10-point lead now for Coppell. Georgetown has got to find a way to get back on the scoreboard. Gets it to Hansen inside of Reeves, stolen away. Tough pass there, Pena read it the whole way. Nice jump, turnover there. A Coppell back in transition, going all the way is Malachi Jackson. A 12-point lead now for Coppell. Georgetown's offense coming to a halt, and that defense slowing down as well. A low pass there, Hansen couldn't handle it. It's gonna go out of bounds, and we're going to have a substitution here. More of those defensive type players coming into the game for Georgetown, as they've quickly seen this lead grow for Coppell from 5 to 12. And in really the blink of an eye, 2:32 left to go in the third quarter. Georgetown now needs some defensive stops. Fleming with it, working against Torres. Pulls up jumper from mid-range and sinks it. Isaiah Fleming continues his flaming start. Nick Hansen going against him. Fleming might be a target to try to draw some fouls. He's got multiple in this ball game. He's been easily very dynamic on offensive end. Hansen has to pick up his dribble, gets it away to Torres. This pressure for Coppell proven to be problematic for Georgetown. Gets it to Lopez, working against Fleming. Picks up his dribble, now gets it to Madre against Malachi Jackson. Hands it out to Hansen. Trying to find somewhere to go. Walled off well by Watson. Torres now gets it to Madre. Finn Sims, and the pass is just too low for Madre. Flies out of bounds. Another turnover for Georgetown's offense. Gives it right back into the hands of Coppell. A 14-point lead for the Coppell Cowboys. Inbounds play here. Georgetown needs a stop if they want to close this gap as we get closer to the fourth quarter. Watson with the chance now gets back out to Fleming. He'll let another 3 fly. This one no good. A battle for the rebound. They're going to call Malachi Jackson on the foul. So an inbounds play for Georgetown. Trying to cut back into this lead, get back into this ball game. Finn Sims hands it off to Hansen. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go in the third. Georgetown's got to get across half court. Finn Sims picks up his dribble, gets it to Madre across. Now inside to Lopez. Great look here. Goes all the way, just too strong on the attack. Pena, some good defense there. Now Coppell once again flying in transition, moving fast. Fleming kicks it outside of Watson. Three-pointer's no good. And they're going to call another foul, I believe. That one might have been on Nick Hansen. And so it's going to be free throws for Malachi Jackson. 1:14 to go as Coppell enters the bonus. Georgetown had a golden opportunity here in the third quarter to potentially bite into this lead, and they have unfortunately seen this lead grow by now. 10 points from a 5-point to a 15-point deficit Georgetown now faces as we get closer to the fourth quarter. Jackson's second free throw on the way. And good. 24-40. And a risky pass going all the way down. They're going to get another foul there on Isaiah Fleming. That is probably his 4th at this point in the game. They tried to do it a full court pass there. Fleming never saw Hansen, contacted with him. Now that will send Georgetown to the bonus. And that may have been the 5th foul on Isaiah Fleming. And so he would have fouled out of this game here in the 3rd quarter. That would be a massive loss. If that is 5 on him, and I think the coach is checking to make sure if that is 5, he leads all scorers tonight with 12. So if he cannot go the entirety of this 4th quarter, a big offensive loss for Coppell. They're checking the scoring table to confirm that that was his 5th foul. I expected that to be his 4th because he was still in this game. I thought that since he had 4, he would have been pulled, but he has fouled out as he gives handshakes to the Georgetown coaching staff. He will be replaced by Colin Griffith. So Coppell will play the rest of this game without their leading scorer, Isaiah Fleming, number 2. 2 free throws on the way for Nick Hansen. First shot up and good. Now just a 15 points Coppell lead with 1:13 to go in the 3rd. Hansen's second free throw on the way and pure. 2 for 2 from the line for Nick Hansen. Coppell's offense will now operate without their leading scorer. Let's see how they look now. What do they go to adjust? Sox pulls up for 3 and gets fouled on the jumper. They're going to call Nick Hansen on the foul. That's 3 on him, and Georgetown can definitely not afford to lose Nick Hansen. 2 free throws on the way for Seabrew Sox, number 3. First shot up and good, trying to offset the 2 free throws Nick Hansen made on the other side. 1:06 to go here in the 3rd. Second free throw on the way. Up and rolls around and goes. 2 for 2 from the line for Sox. As we close in on 1 minute to go in the 3rd, Georgetown's going to try to find a way to bite into this lead as we get closer to the final quarter of play. Torres picks up his dribble, gets inside to Sam Lopez. Nick Hansen pulls up jumper, nails it. Nick Hansen, tough shot. Closing in on less than a minute now. Coppell's still trying to go fast. Sox pass out to Pena. Outside to Watson, back to Pena, inside now to Sox. Kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson on the cut, back outside of Sox. Pena to Watson for 3. Cannot get it to go. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be offensively controlled. Inside back to Watson. A reverse layup, no good. Sam Lopez cannot find a way to get this basketball. It flies around, and it will be Georgetown ball. Really struggling to control the ball right now on these rebounds. An offensive rebound on the 3 ball. Now Torres gets double teamed as soon as he catches it. And he will just wisely throw it out of bounds against Coppell. They will have now a new inbounds position with 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter rather. A chance to bite into this lead as we get closer to the 4th. A 4th quarter that Coppell will operate entirely without Isaiah Fleming. 22 seconds to go. Finn Sims gets doubled. He passes out to Torres, who crosses half court. Torres now doubled. Coppell continues to send pressure. They get it to Madre, and Coach Canfield wants a timeout. Want to talk about this final play. 14 seconds to go. We'll take the timeout with them. Georgetown Eagle basketball continues right after this. The final 14 seconds of the 3rd quarter as Georgetown has the inbounds play. They've set something up that Coach Canfield likes. Nick Hansen with the ball, 13 seconds to go and running. Nick Hansen working against Sebastian Pena, gets a screen from Finn Sims, going all the way. Just loses possession of the ball, kind of throws it away. Turnover there. Coppell, I think he traveled, or double dribbled. He double dribbled with it, so it'll be a turnover. Shot knows it counts, but the 3rd quarter comes to an end either way. Georgetown unable to score with their final shot, and the Coppell turns the ball over. Question now, is there still time left on the clock in the 3rd when the double dribble occurred? That might be what they're ruling. They're going to put just over 1 second back on the clock for Georgetown to catch and just kind of throw it up. Not enough time to really do anything else here. Finn Sims on the inbounds play. Hansen catch and fires. And that will bring an end to the third quarter. Fourth quarter action coming up right after this. A 14-point lead, but Coppell operating without their best player the entire final quarter. Should be an exciting finish. The final game of Jack Frost for tonight will conclude right after this. Final quarter of action for the evening slot. Third game of Jack Frost tournament. Georgetown looks to go 2-1 with an upset victory over Coppell. Coppell looks to go 3-0. Coppell will start with the ball in a 14-point lead, operating without Isaiah Fleming, their best scorer here tonight. Colin Griffith inside, gets it outside of Sox, can't convert. Griffith with the board, and he will be fouled on the take. They're going to get Finn Sims on the foul call. So it'll be 2 shots here for Colin Griffith. Free throws have been a massive difference so far in this game. Georgetown with 6 missed free throws. Coppell has been very effective from the line, I say, as Colin Griffith misses his first attempt. But that free throws are such a fundamental part of every game. They can make or break seasons as Coppell goes 1 for 2. Hansen now gets it against this pressure. Fires it ahead to Mohees. Back to Hansen. Wants the 3. Thinks about it. Now drives inside. Loses the ball. Stripped away. Coppell now going in transition. Magic trying to hunt down Sox. And cannot do it. Cebu Sox throws it down. An electric dunk there. Puts up the lead to 17 points for Coppell. Mohees has to pick up his dribble. He's double teamed. Yeah, that one's stolen away as well. Back up to Sox. Slows it down again. Back-to-back dunks for Cebu Sox. This lead is ballooning very quickly for Coppell, up to 19 points now off the back of Georgetown turnovers. Finn Sims now trying to work. He gets double teamed. He throws it away. Another transition opportunity. Coppell with all the momentum throws this one into traffic. Malachi Jackson looking to take advantage. He goes down and travels. He looked like he might have gotten injured. Hopefully he is okay. He looked like to be in some pain as he will probably come out of this ball game. So we've got a timeout on the floor. Multiple turnovers for Georgetown have just led to 2 easy points of Coppell, and that's really been the story of this ball game. Coppell, in transition, has just punished Georgetown's defense time and time again with their athleticism. Cebu Sox has thrown down a couple dunks here tonight, and that's Coppell's going to very easily win this ball game even without Isaiah Fleming if Georgetown doesn't force them to run those traditional offensive sets that, all things considered, Georgetown has had a lot of defensive success with. When they've forced Coppell to slow things down and take traditional shots, outside of Isaiah Fleming, no one else has really beaten them to a high level. But right now, those turnovers, with that pressure that we're seeing from Coppell's defense, the double team to the ball handler, and then forcing the throwaways, forcing the poke balls in transition, Coppell's speed and athleticism. Right now, too much for Georgetown. Down 19 points to go, with roughly 7 minutes to go left here in the fourth. Definitely now a tough ask for Georgetown to try to mount a comeback here. Still have the majority of the fourth to operate, 7:01 to be specific. But Georgetown has to eliminate the turnovers right now if they want a chance to finish the upset. Brady Askew on the inbounds, back to Finn Sims. Back here with the pressure look. Brady Askew's got to find somewhere to go with it. Sims Still not past half court. Now finds somewhere to go to Hansen with a spin move. He's going to get doubled as soon as he stops moving. This pressure is just relentless from Coppell. Georgetown will maintain the possession, but they just have no time to breathe, and they cannot seem to find the open man against this pressure. High-level passing is how you get out of these jams that Coppell's throwing at them. But right now, Coppell is just daring Georgetown because they don't expect Georgetown to be able to pass at the level necessary to break the pressure. Finn Sims picks up his dribble, looking inside, just throws it away. Trying to get to Nick Hansen and just chucks it too far ahead of him. Sails out of bounds. Another turnover for Georgetown. Coppell will not get a fast break out of it, but it is a turnover. Georgetown throws away another possession. 6:30 to go here in the ballgame. Coppell's pass is deflected by Hansen. Now inside of Sox. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Rolls around and falls. Seabrew Sox taking over a little bit in the absence of Isaiah Fleming. He's got 8. Very quickly, 3 dunks of that jumper. 12 in the game. As Hunsaker now takes it across midcourt to Hansen. Back to Hunsaker. Can't handle it. Throws that one away. Another Georgetown turnover. Coppell back in transition. Flying inside to the rim is Griffith. Gets his own miss. And they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Brady Askew. Colin Griffith back to the free throw line. Coppell now up by 21. This was a 5-point lead at halftime. Georgetown had some momentum that they were carrying to the break, but Coppell has really slammed on the gas pedal here in the second half, as Nick Hansen will head to the bench for Diego Torres. Griffith's second free throw on the way, up and good. 28-50. Georgetown down by 22. Just needs to find something to go down right now. This Coppell pressure has proved unbreakable up to this point. Inside, another turnover. Askew just rushes the throw. Madre trying to make a play, or not Madre, rather Hunsaker trying to make a play, cannot do it. Coppell with another offensive possession. Watson, he'll pull up a 3, misses everything. Abdul Mohiz on the board. Less than 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Georgetown trying to find some offensive rhythm. Gets it to Finn Sims, the far wing. Griffith on him. Sims trying to go to work. Drives ahead, gets jumped, double team, loses the ball. Another turnover. Now Coppell in transition once again. Pena just flies ahead, loses the ball. They're going to call another foul on Georgetown, as Sebastian Pena went down hard. Another Georgetown foul in what has really been a disaster second half for the Eagles. A 5-point lead for Coppell has blossomed into a 22-point deficit that Georgetown's now operating with 5:23 left to go. Inbounds play for Coppell. Georgetown has just struggled to find offensive rhythm all game long. And now the defense is giving up some easy shots as well. Pena on the inbounds play. Coppell probably going to try to look to burn some clock here, as Sox working against Askew. Back out to Pena against Torres. Now gets that Taylor back to Pena. He'll launch a 3. No good. Offensive board there by Oshinebo. Goes up, and he'll get fouled. Everything going Coppell's way here. Offensive board, even on the miss. They get fouled. They get more free throws. Chance to take this up to a 24-point lead with 2 makes. Oshinebo from the line. First shot on the way is good. We have one substitution as Iorna Hamdam, number 23, comes in for Coppell. Second shot on the way from the free throw line. Up and no good. Madre has the rebound. Now Georgetown pushes it up with Torres, crosses half court. Askew now has it. Up to Mohiz. Georgetown's just got to find something to go down. Madre now with the ball. Coppell continuing that tight pressure defense. Madre just throws it right into the hands of Hamdam, racing to the other side. And that pass goes right through the hands of Jack Taylor. And Crawford O'Connor tries to save it, touches out of bounds, so they turn it back over to Georgetown. But once again, we're seeing the turnovers just mounting and mounting for the Eagles, as they've got their second unit out on the court. Diego Torres now passes it out to Knapp. Inside to Askew. Askew back to Reeves. Now Madre trying to find a way in. Get it Torres working against Oceanebo. Askew loses possession of the ball for a moment, regains as we cross 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Askew picks up a dribble, fakes the pass. Now inside to Torres. He'll get fouled by Sox, number 3. 4:23 left to go. Georgetown with a 23-point deficit. Diego Torres will have the inbounds play. Got to find somewhere to go with it. Toss it away to Askew, who handles it just near the out-of-bounds line. Up to Madre, trying to make a move. Picks up his dribble. Throws it too high for Brady Askew. It will be another turnover for Georgetown. Substitution as Jarondal comes in for Coppell Madre. Inbounds play here for Coppell, trying to build on to this 23-point lead. As Coppell looks to go 3-0 in their first 3 games here in the Jack Frost tournament. Crawford O'Connor takes it across half court. Now to Taylor, back to O'Connor. On the wing to Hamdam, back to O'Connor. Plays a pitch and catch here for Coppell. Hamdam loses possession. Jarondal picks him up, picks up his dribble in the corner, now gets it away to Jackson. Jackson to O'Connor, sets it up, back to O'Connor. Inside now to Jackson. Hop step, good positioning inside. Another bucket goes down for Coppell, 28-53. This lead continues to grow. Askew got to find a way to get it across half court. Back out to Knapp. Up ahead to Jarondal. He gets doubled. Inside to Knapp. Pressure just relentless for Coppell as Askew tries to go inside. They're going to call a foul on Malachi Jackson. Askew waited with a spin move, just a little bit too much contact there. As we'll see another swap for Coppell. It's 22, Richard Wu, and 32, Carter Zingelman coming to the ballgame for the first time. Askew on the inbounds play, gets inside to Knapp. Back to Torres, now to Jarondal, back to Askew. His three-pointer, quick fire release, no good. Rebound by Coppell. And now they continue their momentum on the offensive side. Jackson, back to O'Connor, back to Taylor, back to O'Connor, back to Jackson. Quick passing right now for Coppell. Just moving this ball around, trying to eat up as much clock as they can. Taylor now with it, back to O'Connor. Wu, launch a 3. No good, offensive board though. Great finish right there by Jack Taylor. Tracks down the miss, lands it, everything going Coppell's right now as they're closing in on a 30-point lead here in the fourth. Ball snaps, getting tracked down from behind, picks up his dribble, secures it, gets it back to Torres. Inside to Reeves. Farquhar pass to Jarondal. Jarondal looking for somewhere to go. Pass out to Reeves. Thinks about pulling up. Now drives inside, gets a step. Goes right ahead, and he's going to draw the foul on Richard Wu. So it will be free throws coming for Oliver Reeves. Free throws, one of the many struggles for Georgetown tonight on the offensive end. Many missed free throws from a lot of different guys, but the biggest story really is the lack of a consistent scorer outside of Nick Hansen and Finn Sims. Nick with 15, Sims with 9. No one else has more than 2 points at this point in the ball game, late in the fourth, as another missed free throw for Reeves. Georgetown's, that's probably their #1 priority going forward into the season, finding a third option for this team to look to have maybe a consistent scoring option off the bench when Nick and Finn are both sitting, both having a rest, or if one of them fouls out, for instance. Having someone else who can operate in that scoring role is definitely something that Georgetown's going to have to try to figure out moving forward. 2:32 left in the fourth quarter. Reeves' second free throw on the way. Up and no good. 0 for 2 for Oliver Reeves. Coppell now crosses half court. Crawford O'Connor backs out to Taylor. Back to O'Connor. Thought about a 3. He's going to pull it down. Cross go to Taylor. Floater, too short. Ball's going to bounce away and stay with Coppell off of Oliver Reeves. Weston Hepp checks into the ball game for the first time for Oliver Reeves. I believe first time we've seen him in the Jack Frost tournament, the 6'7" junior. Coppell with the inbounds play. Coppell with the inbounds play. Taylor inside, now Jackson trying to find a way to go with it. outside of Wu. He gets picked up by Knapp. Cross-court pass, risky throw, knocked away by Carter Jondahl. It will remain on Coppell's possession. 2:04 to go. Coppell hosting a 27-point lead. O'Connor on the inbounds play. Got to find somewhere to go with it. Throws it right into everybody, and it's going to be a turnover. Askew on the push. Now he'll slow things down. Gets it to Knapp. Outside of Jondahl, inside to Hepp. The sophomore, not the junior. Weston Hepp trying to find a way, somewhere to go inside. Can't do it. Askew cut inside right as the pass went to it. Flies away. Richard Wu on the attack. Has it stolen. Torres now picks up his dribble on the aggressive defense there by Crawford O'Connor. Askew crosses half court. A minute and a half to go in the ballgame. Torres working against Wu. Tries to get inside. He loses the ball, but they're going to call Wu on another foul. So as things stand, Georgetown will fall to 1-7 on the season. The first victory last night at an intense matchup, 76-72 overtime finish. But 2 losses here today in the Jack Frost tournament. Coppell will move to 9-3 and 3-0 in the Jack Frost tournament ahead of the Saturday matchup. Minute and a half to go in the fourth. Jondahl's got to find somewhere to go. Finds it inside to Torres. Diego Torres outside of Jondahl. Back to Askew. Foul's gonna be called on Jack Taylor for the push of Askew. It'll be free throws for Brady Askew. 1:22 left to go in the fourth. So after this game, we will check in to see where Georgetown's going to be playing tomorrow for the Saturday game, because those dates are undetermined. They are dependent on the results of the first 2 days. So Georgetown will go to 1-2 on the tournament, so we will see where that has them time-wise and location for tomorrow. Brady Askew's second shot up and good. 2 for 2 from the line for Brady Askew as we get near 1 minute to go in tonight's ballgame. Coppell had an excellent second half as they find a rifle pass inside to Zingelman, who nails the layup. Coppell had an excellent second half. Georgetown had a quick flurry to end the first. 2 back-to-back threes by Nick Hansen and Finn Sims brought the lead to just 5. But Coppell never looked back from that moment as Georgetown on the attack. Hepp has it knocked away. It'll remain Georgetown basketball. Coppell never looked back from that moment. They bludgeoned Georgetown here in the second half, built this lead all the way up to now 27 points in the second half. And they will ultimately cruise their way to their 3rd victory of the tourney. Nice play of the inside off of the inbounds play from Torres to Wallace Knapp. Under 45 seconds to go. I imagine Coppell is going to try to slow things down here. Just some quick passing back and forth. Try to possess this ball and end this ball game. O'Connor back to Wu. Thinking about a 3. Coppell looks like they're still going to try to score this, and they will throw up a shot. Offensive rebound goes back, right back into the hands of the 6'5" senior Oshianebo, and he nails his second attempt. Shot goes back down, 27-point lead once again for Coppell. Under 20 seconds to go. Jondahl gets it out to Knapp. Inside to Weston Hepp. He gets doubled, back out to Askew. Thinks about a 3, has to pull it down with the taller defender on him. Inside of Jondahl, back out to Torres. 5 to go in the game. And he will just throw it away. A fitting conclusion to this one as Georgetown, Brady Askew knocks the pass down. Just too many turnovers to overcome tonight from Georgetown's offense. Too many sloppy mistakes led to too many easy points for Coppell. A 32-59 loss to the Coppell Cowboys in a day that the defense really wasn't the concern. Coppell came in averaging 73 points a game. They did not reach 60 tonight. The problem was Georgetown couldn't even reach their season average of 42. They finished with 32 in the ballgame. I will be right back. I'll go try to figure out what the schedule is going to look like for Saturday's game. Come back live, bring that to you guys, and let you guys know.
Yeah. I'm the big homie, for those of y'all that don't know me. One and only, name another rapper this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby shaking bake Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak, now Nah, I just started like my name, Tommy. Had a vision, this was destined for my life story. Bible by my side, I keep it like a gun on me. War ready, and we ain't afraid to get bloody. Told me I should quit my day job, that's funny. Hate will always elevate me, I'ma keep showing. Out and selling, record spinning, it ain't never slowing. Take the stakes, take the crown, I don't need it, got the sound. I'ma be the king forever, even when they count me out. Favorite rapper, raise a bar from the ground. Taking risks you never dreamed of, get my name up out your mouth. Don't talk, it's silent on the floor, kings walk. We gon' drag your body through the door in shock. How I got 'em asking for a tour, man, stop. I'ma need a second, maybe more. I'm the big homie, for those of y'all that don't know me. One and only, name another rapper, this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic of Ricky Bobby shaking Bake Brody. Independent on my own, I'ma stand. Taking handouts, not for me, I like the back of my demands. Bet against me, I'ma need that money coming in advance. I play with God's hand, you ain't never stood a chance. Take over your playlist, I'm that dude, set the mood. No, I've always been on top, I play it cool, nothing new. They said I should flex and then bring in a juice. School the rules, came and stuck up the game and we running fools. On the loose, I'm the big homie, for those of y'all that don't know me. One and only, name another rapper, this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic of Ricky Bobby shaking. Yeah. I can't translate it on my own. Don't worry, I don't need Rosetta Stone. I finally found her. Music made it my home, and now we up like, look how far we have grown. Yeah, I can't translate it on my own. Don't worry, I don't need Rosetta Stone. I finally found her. Music made it my home, and now we up like, look how far we have grown. I can't. Young boy running to the same old path. Ain't got a car, no key, no gas. Change lane, no kick, same as ass. Everybody follow in and the boy get past. Now we gotta find where the winners be at. It caught trend, stole flows, got a pin in the pad. Backtrack, he's locked and I'm out of the ass. World shine bright, flames start to dash. That's how it go. They go to grace, had to make it they own. Make it the tapes in a miner for gold. Seen it go plot when the beat what they own. Put me in charge of my artistry, just like an artery. You know that blood is gonna flow. Ain't if elected, put him in shot. Be gonna stop defibrillate and go. Translate it on my own. Don't worry, I don't need Rosetta Stone. I finally found her. Music made it my home, and now we up like, look how far we have grown. Yeah, I can't translate it on my own. Don't worry, I don't need Rosetta Stone. I finally found her. Music made it my home, and now we up like, look how far we have grown. I would not pay you a cool fee. Only paper I deal with is loose leaf. But do you a favor and get you a feat. Yeah, I'll make your record a movie. I do all of my stunts, Bruce Lee. Only me ever gonna produce me. On the mic, baddest alive, getting richer. That trying to the pride I'm choosing. Give me a doc, they say I'm a genius. Must have been stuffed in my jeans. It can't be too long for I reach the top. Yeah, I gotta sell out of brains. Check out my spot, the scene getting hot. Like every time I get released. And all these rappers are claiming we dogs, but I'm the one over here holding they leashes. I can't translate it on my own. Don't worry, I don't need Rosetta Stone. I finally found her. Music made it my home, and now we up like, look how far we have grown. Yeah, I can't translate it on my own. Don't worry, I don't need Rosetta Stone. I finally found her. Music made it my home, and now we up like, look how far we have grown. I can't
A bit of an anticlimactic bit of news. We will not have Georgetown's final game until the next game currently playing against Midway and El Paso concludes. That will determine where Georgetown will play tomorrow. So we will get that information to you guys as soon as we have it. But that will wrap things up for Friday night. And for the day 2 of the Jack Frost tournament, Georgetown goes 0-2. 2 tough games they had chances in, games they could not capitalize in the clutch. But just more things to work on for the Eagles going forward. They fall to 1-7 on the year. For Holden Tuma, my brother Hyatt, Heath on the camera as always. Thank you guys for helping me out. Thank you, Wally, for giving me the opportunity to broadcast these basketball games. I hope you're having a blast up there in Montana. We will see you tomorrow whenever Georgetown plays. We will get that information to you as soon as we get it. Have a good night, everybody.